All right, everyone, this is going to be a very different video. We're on the car right now at the start of our giant road trip. Based on the current global health situation, Molly and I have both been furloughed from our jobs for about 70 days now, and America's starting to open up, and In the Loop needs content, so we're going on a road trip. Don't really know where we're going or when we're coming back, so this is going to be quite the adventure. Come along. So we stopped for lunch here in Gainesville at Satchel's, which is a weird establishment. Look at that thing on the roof. So one cool thing about this place, they make all their own sodas, and you can get a flight of sodas for like $5. And it also comes with this ridiculously detailed paper all about them. Pizza looks pretty good. I got steak and meatballs. Molly got one with sausage and pepperoni and then a cheese. And the slices are like $3 and then 50 cents for toppings. Cool. Also, the table seems to be all shark teeth under some glass. This weird wall of stuff. One last update here. You got this weird redneck kind of water fountain sculpture.
It's everything.
Yeah.
Peter Pan mug.
Baby head.
Baby head.
And there's also an airplane. So one website we're going to use a lot on this adventure is roadsideamerica.com, as it just shows off weird stuff all over the country, like this statue here, probably 20 feet tall, for a character named Johnny Donut Seed, who looks like he's seen some better days as he's lost an arm. But there we go. Gonna see a lot of weird stuff on this video. Checking in now from the road again. We're stopped at the Tallahassee Museum, which is kind of like a zoo all about like Florida animals. So they've got cougars, bears, river otters, and this guy here, a red fox. A neat place. All sorts of Florida animals, really, really big enclosures. But I've been quite enjoying it. Only like $12 to get in. I mean, you know it wouldn't take long in this video before we got to some beer. Currently drinking some craft beer here in Tallahassee at Proof Brewing Company. And they have some wild stuff. I had a creamsicle wit that was really good. I'm currently drinking an Imperial Stout with pretty much s'mores in there. Like graham crackers and that kind of stuff. So they got a whole bunch of really, really neat beers. And the place, really cool. Also, awesome food menu. Highly recommend.
Good.
Up next on the tour is probably the place Molly was most excited about here in Panama City Beach. And it's Burger Time, Gulf Coast Burger Company. So the Gulf Coast Burger Company, they have these crazy shakes. You might have seen them a lot of places, but we got one called Sugar Rush. It was a vanilla shake topped with cotton candy, Nerds Rope, cherry, Airhead Extremes, a big lollipop, Fruity Pebbles, and whipped cream. Pretty wild. We had to voice this over because they had live music in the restaurant, and they sounded great. We just couldn't really record for the video here, but it's really cool. And you get to keep that cup, and they give you a lid and a nice straw. It's actually a really nice souvenir. And now the main course is served. Molly got the Mac Attack burger, so that's a burger with bacon bits and mac and cheese on it. And then she got a really good seasoned fries, really nice crunch on those fries. And then I got a burger. First of all, it's got a chicken wing on top of it, a pretzel bun, fried onions. It's got a bacon aioli. They had a bunch of different things you could put on top too. So you could have gotten cheese curds. I went with the chicken wing. There's an inside look at my burger, and it comes with tater tots, and tater tots are fantastic. For our destination here on day one, whereas in Panama City Beach for a couple of days, enjoy some sunshine, some attractions, and the hotel, it's not bad. The room's okay. Like, it's pretty cheap, like $60-70 a night. But there's a couple kind of quirks that are pretty funny. First of all, we're recording this the last couple days of May. There's an HBO guide for April 2020, and then my favorite part. I stay in a lot of cheap hotels. This is a special kind of special. The toilet lid does not fit the toilet. Like, they're two different shapes. Like that, how does that happen? I'm really, really curious how that indeed happens. Anyway, we made it to Panama City. Let's go have some fun. All right, so it's day 2 of the road trip, and no surprise, I'm in a zoo It's kind of interesting. Like the first exhibit you see is guinea pigs, which you can own as a pet. But the zoo has a whole bunch of them. There's also emus, and you could get very, very close to the emus. And also, I'm drinking a beer at 9:30 in the morning. Happy vacation, everyone.
Shocking.
Love some solid, cheesy, ridiculous tourist trap architecture. And you've got that here at Ripley's, believe it or not. Decent Ripley's, believe it or not. Not one of the best, not one of the worst, but we just went through. It was pretty interesting. I find it interesting that the Ripley's is also right across the street from the Wonderworks. So you got these two just insane looking buildings right next to each other. It is lunchtime here. We're going to David's New Orleans style cafe and snowballs. This was like the #1 rated restaurant on TripAdvisor for Panama City Beach. So excited to check it out. So for lunch, we went to a couple of New Orleans style po' boys. I got a roast beef and provolone. And then Molly got a meatball. Molly opted for all the vegetables and healthy stuff. I did not. So we had to try the snowball. They put it in a big cup to make it less messy. And we figured since it's a New Orleans style establishment, we went to king cake flavor. Now, out of all the mini golf courses, I think Goofy Golf is my favorite. It's right here on the strip, and it is it's over the top, kitschy, nostalgia kind of mini golf. It was opened in 1959. Giant dinosaurs, oversized stuff. There's a tunnel for some reason if you go play on the course over there. So I really enjoyed this. This is neat. I recommend this one. We are classing it up and doing something for Molly. This was her choice.
Yeah.
Here at the Panama City Beach Winery.
I believe that they usually have wines at Food and Wine at Epcot. I think they feature one each year in the Florida booth.
Interesting. So the winery is very different. It's all like fruit wines instead of actual wines. So I might enjoy this. And you get to taste 4 for free. It's really nice. So one wonderful thing you get with any beach, and it's no different here in Panama City, amazing sunsets. So we were sitting down to dinner here at Panama City Beach Institution Pineapple Willie's. We currently have a giant frozen drink. They serve Fat Tuesdays frozen drinks. So if you're familiar with that from Universal Orlando or Key West, New Orleans, same idea. Really strong, really good. You buy this cup, it was $15 the first time, 32 ounces. You want to refill it, $10. And that's, they also have a pretty good beer list for $5. And we're gonna look at the food. I know where my eye goes right away. A 1 pound bucket of ribs with Jack Daniel's Tennessee sauce. But here's some of the other stuff on the menu. Hot wings, cheese bites, po' boys. But also, something I'm very excited about, flavored moonshine. As if you follow the channel, we love like the Gatlinburg moonshine, so definitely gonna have some of that. So the first thing to show up was our shot of moonshine, which actually was a pretty good shot. And the souvenir glass is like a mini mason jar with Pineapple Willies on front. I went raspberry because I really like raspberry. So dinner is served here. We got the 1 pound bucket of ribs, which is served in a souvenir like sand bucket with Texas toast, and you can see the ribs in there. It's also served with beans. We opted for the side of fries for the $1.50 and a side of hush puppies for $3. So we did have to get our drink cup refilled, and we went with the Pineapple Willie, the signature cocktail here, which is a rum and pineapple drink, and it is very, very good. So we're still here in Panama City, here on day 3, and I wanted to come out on one of these big fishing piers to take some pictures. See helicopters flying around, a big giant Ferris wheel off in the distance. Thankfully there's a nice breeze, or else this would be straight death. Here you can see my personal favorite animal in the whole wide world. Of course, that is the penguin. These guys are African penguins. They've got a couple of them. They do have like a penguin meet and greet experience you could do, but I think it was like $60 or $70. Up, we're moving. We got a better penguin spot. Oh, we're gonna get real up close to this guy.
And his friend.
And his friend who's also walking over. Kind of an odd enclosure for penguins. Like, it's definitely not one you see often between the roof and the weird fountain. But but they're still penguins, which means they're still awesome. It's my favorite photo op I've seen here at Pier Park. A giant happy beach-going pretzel here in front of Auntie Anne's. Now the star attraction here at Pier Park is the Panama City Beach Skywheel, which is one of these big, giant observation wheels. Probably a good 200 feet tall. Also over in this section, you do have a RCI ropes course, a pretty fancy one. As you can see, it's got the zip line portion on top. Probably gives you some pretty snazzy views of the beach and giant hotels here in Panama City. Race City is home to the Hurricane roller coaster. And it's a ride I've been on probably hundreds of times, as it used to be located at Adventureland on Long Island. And this element here is the best part of the ride, this dive loop. So it holds a soft spot in my heart. Like, this was one of the roller coasters that got me like hooked on roller coasters. So happy to get on this thing again. You enjoy some of the wacky stuff you'll find in like the surf shops, like this jacked shark man wearing board shorts and sunglasses. More random this from the store. There's like a superhero wax figure area. Deadpool and Spider-Man. I like Spider-Man on the lamppost. Of course, Iron Man. And of course, the store would have a dinosaur for no reason. So just checked into our hotel here in Destin. It's really cool. They got a waterfall in the lobby with koi fish. Well, guys, day 4, it's got a kind of a stressful start. Day 4, we had one night booked for Destin, Florida. Yep. About an hour down the road from Panama City Beach. While we're on the way here, we get a couple different phone calls. My credit card was declined. That ended up being an error, and they're like, oh, we might not have your room. And then we're supposed to go to Crab Island today, which is kind of this crazy sandbar where people just go and drink and party and eat, and there's like amusement park or like inflatable water slide kind of stuff. We got a call that not enough people have booked, so that got canceled. So just a chaos kind of moment. So we're going to do 2 nights here in Destin, do some things to do stuff today. We found some wacky stuff, an alligator park, this wild indoor aquatic bowling alley thing. They've got some boardwalks. You're allowed to drink on the beach here. So we're going to do that, hit Crab Island tomorrow, and
stay here at the Days Inn.
Been a stressful day. We're here at the Days Inn. Actually, the room's really nice.
Yeah.
I mean, the room for tonight was like $112. The room for tomorrow, that gets busier, is like $140, which is more than I like to spend on hotels. But we were kind of in a pinch, so we didn't really have much of a choice. But there we go. That's the plan for the next couple of days. Who knows where this road trip's going to go? And
that's why we're doing it.
Exactly. So this is the kind of stuff I imagined I would find on a you don't know where you're going road trip, as we're here at Gator Beach, the self-built world's greatest alligator park, where you can feed alligators and see a whole bunch of alligators. There's also like a restaurant attached and a big arcade, but this is pretty much the kind of stuff I imagine I would end up at on this wild and crazy trip. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Wanted to check in as I'm at this crazy bowling alley here in Destin, Florida. Look at these ball returns. This is Uncle Buck's fish bowl, and just insanely detailed. Really, really cool. There's a big bar in the middle. And of course, with it being Uncle Buck's fish bowl, we had to be drinking a big giant fish bowl drink. All right, road trip, it's day 4. We're back on the beach, no surprise, drinking, relaxing, gonna watch the sun go down. Beautiful beach here in Destin. I'm not really much of a beach person. I'm pasty pale, that's why I normally come at like sunset time. But it's pretty chill. All right, so time to bring day 4 of the road trip to a close. And it was a very relaxing evening. Me and Molly shared a 12-pack of drinks on the beach. Really nice, very relaxing. On the way back, we're like, we need to get some food. We saw there was two places near our hotel. One called Shakey's, which advertised the best hot dogs in Destin. But their menu wasn't very interesting. So we got a chili cheese dog, and then the ice cream's fantastic.
Yeah, no, that's
it is
right.
a concrete, like you would get at Dairy Queen. Mm-hmm. It's got a vanilla ice cream, chocolate chips, raspberry, and cheesecake pieces. Yeah, there are a lot of really fun menus. And there's also a Waffle House, so we got some hash browns. Now, Molly, you're the Atlanta native.
Yes.
What are these hash browns?
You mean they're chunky covered?
Chunked and covered, so that's ham and cheese. And that's dinner for tonight. That's day 4. Talk to you on day 5. All right, it's day 5 of the road trip. We're kicking it off. And today's something we're really looking forward to. We're going to something called Crab Island, which is like this giant sand dune kind of thing. Sandbar, a massive one in the middle of the harbor where everyone pulls up their pontoon boats. We're taking a boat out there, and then you just hang out, you drink. There's floating restaurants. There's like inflatable amusements and stuff like that. We got the Yeti filled with about 18 beers to go have us an afternoon. I'm looking forward to this. This should be a good time. So guys, we're on day 5 of the road trip now. Really great. We drank on Crab Island for a while just to update you on what's going on. Now we walk past this Irish pub with this that Molly found with a double-decker bus parked outside, and it's full of mannequins, like fake people, all wearing like jerseys of the Irish pub. We have to get a drink.
I fully enjoy that the driver over here has no arms.
The driver has no arms. The driver looks like he's seen better days.
Apparently he used to move.
Oh, he used to move.
He used to move.
That must have been a while ago, but this is a place.
This is.
Guys, this Irish pub, it's very, very me. First of all, they have thousands, if not millions of dollars of bills hanging on the wall. Ordered a couple of drinks. Molly, you got a raspberry wheat.
Yeah, very good.
I got their specialty drink. $10, maybe like $1.51, and other rums. There's a limit of 3 per guest. So like, this thing will mess you up. And you get to keep this amazing like glass. Look at that glass. And to top it off for me, look what's on the TV. Professional wrestling. WrestleMania 31. Molly, we were there.
We were there.
Like, this is a fantastic establishment. All right, you got some more weird stuff here in Alabama. We're at the Andalusia Area Chamber of Commerce because they have this giant shirt that I'm going to pan to. And that's what it is. It's just a shirt. And they change out the tie seasonally. All right, guys, we made it to day 6 of the big road trip here. We're in Alabama now. We're getting away from the beach, going on some different adventures, starting with this part of the trip. And we got to get this on camera. There's a giant deer statue here at this gas station, where there is also a very large pig, a welcoming pig, here in Alabama. We're in the Alabama Safari Park, which is a 350-acre drive-through safari. You can see cows and animals attacking vehicles, and that's because it's about $20 to get in here, and for $5 you could get a bucket of feed, so that the animals come right to get some food from you. Uh-oh. Hi. Whoa, it's got a giant face. It has a really giant face.
Do you want to feed it?
Yeah, absolutely. Hopefully, oh, it died! All right, Buff. some food.
Nope.
Can your head get that high? Oh! Oh! Oh my God!
No, throw some out! Throw some out! Just here.
Oh, he smells terrible. He's saying, don't do that. No.
Oh, he smells horrible. Can he get in? Can he get out? Is he rubbing his nose?
He's scratching himself. Oh my God. Oh, my vomit. It smells so bad. Wait, I think I might have him.
Oh.
Ah! It's so violent. It's so violent. Ah! Oh no. Oh, my car is so filthy. Finishing up day 6, we're in Bessemer, Alabama, getting ready to do Alabama Splash Adventures tomorrow, a theme park I've never been to. Got some local wings at a restaurant down the street called J Wings. They're actually pretty good wings.
Yeah.
And probably going to be an early bedtime after yesterday's drink-a-thon. The park's marquee attraction known as Rampage, a big wooden roller coaster. This thing is
giant.
Yeah.
Very long.
It's built on a hill, and it's pretty awesome. Just got 3 rides on it, 2 in the back row, 1 in the front row. I would say the one in the front row was much better. As back row a little bit jittery, a little bit rough, but good ride. Mixes like airtime with laterals, really long.
Yes.
And a cool setting. It's built on a hill. All right, so day 7, we're doing something different here.
Very different.
We're camping. We haven't camped. I haven't camped in 20 years.
I camped 10 years ago, but it was very different.
Yes, we have a fire. Got hot dogs. There's our $25 Walmart tent. And
The only ones out here.
we're the only ones out here. Let's see how this goes.
Besides ducks.
Yeah, ducks. Turtle. I saw a turtle earlier. Morning, guys. Day 8. We're on our way towards Memphis, Tennessee. We did find this park. Just like a park with like a waterfall and a lake, but they have a roller coaster, which is closed, unfortunately. You can walk right up to it, which is odd, but yeah, that's not functioning. The park also kind of has like a dancing fountain thing.
And like a light swan?
Yes, it looks like a Main Street electrical parade version of a swan, as there are ducks just everywhere. And here is the waterfall area. Very nice. Now made it to Memphis, Tennessee, and gonna drink some craft beer here at Crosstown Brewing Company. This place is pretty cool. Big on the inside, really, really big. From Memphis today to go to the Memphis Zoo. And guys, it is lunchtime for the giant pandas. This here is Lele, who's loving her bamboo. It came out, stopped by at a good time.
So cute.
I know, it's just wonderful creatures. The first animal you get to in the Northwest Passage, another one you don't see in a ton of zoos anymore, and that is a polar bear. And the polar bear has a wonderful exhibit. Very, very large, incredibly well detailed. Waterfalls,
Polar
lakes.
bears are such a cool animal.
They are.
And they have a ball to play with.
They do. It looks like it's a well-loved ball.
Yeah.
I go to a lot of zoos. I don't think I've ever seen this. There are, I guess these are jaguars or leopards, and they are just in the trees. You can see one down there on the bottom. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's really cool. Never seen that.
No. Fascinating. Currently on the road, going from Memphis towards Hot Springs, Arkansas. Stopping for some local food here. So it is like a home cooking, like comfort food buffet. I got country fried steak, mashed potatoes, cornbread dinner rolls. Molly got fried chicken. And is that corn nuggets?
Corn nuggets.
Greetings from Hot Springs, Arkansas. So I have no desire to go in one of the bathhouses, but this one, it's a brewery featuring water from the hot spring used to make the beer, so that's pretty neat. 18 taps. Let's check that out. So the brewery's pretty cool. You got 18 different beers on tap, and they're all about like $6 each. So and we got also like really good people watching over here. Today we're at Magic Springs, a new theme park, one I've never been to before, so I'm very excited. The park's most interesting roller coaster, and that is Xcoaster, a ride that was built by Maurer. I believe it's the only one of its type in this country. It is a shuttle coaster, and you start with this big vertical lift that takes you straight up, gotta be well over 100 feet. And then you go upside down through the lift, and then you go through this wacky inversion there before going straight down. And then you kind of go upside down a little bit if you're in the front. Definitely go upside down there. It's very, very strange. It definitely feels like an earlier version of Tempesto. I know that was made by a different manufacturer. And then you just stop there for some reason and sort of latch back on and go back down. It's a weird ride. Not a great ride, but it's interesting. So they do have a wax museum here in Hot Springs, and it's not Madame Tussauds, it's not even Louis Tussauds, it's Josephine Tussauds. It's very old, it's very odd. It's probably not worth your $11, but I had a good time.
It was interesting. And they didn't tell you who Josephine was.
Nope.
No idea.
All right, everyone, day 10. We're up on a lookout tower here in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Actually, a really cool town. We were here, pretty much toured it yesterday, and it was a lot of fun, lots of interesting bars, restaurants, shops, like tourist attractions, and it felt very uncorporate-y.
Yeah, it was nice.
My favorite part, we went to a bar that had live music, bar games, and a 3-month-old puppy that was running around playing with everyone.
It was cute.
It was fantastic. And then view you get up here is pretty fantastic. All right, let's see where the rest of day 10 takes us. So this is an attraction I'm pretty interested in. They took the old pyramid here in Memphis, which I believe was their old basketball arena, and now it is the world's largest Bass Pro Shops outdoor world. There's like a hotel in there, all sorts of stuff. There's an observation deck you can take a giant elevator to. This is a very strange attraction, and I'm excited to check it out. So here's what it looks like when you first come in. And it's quite impressive. Looks like you go through here to get to the big pyramid atrium, and that's where you would go to check into the hotel, because there's a hotel in here. The Bass Pro Shops has a really interesting shooting gallery. It's like a crashed riverboat kind of thing. Not bad, 50 cents to play. And there's a beaver. Molly, welcome to paradise. As we wander into the theming level in here is phenomenal.
Yes.
And then
It feels like you're in a swamp.
no, and then you get the big atrium there. Very, very cool. And of course there had to be fish in here, right?
Yeah. Look at that.
I believe that's the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, so your hotel, obviously you don't face outside, but you have a balcony that kind of overlooks the Bass Pro Shops. You've also got an alligator exhibit. And these alligators are right next to the big elevator. In one corner of the pyramid here is the Uncle Buck's Fishbowl and Grill. And right next to it, yet another lake. This lake has some bigger fish in it as well. Here's the dining room area, complete with a giant fish tank. Not functioning today is their bowling alley, but also pretty wildly themed over here. Very similar. We went to one of these in Destin, Florida, not too long ago. It's interesting though, they have different animals for the ball returns here. But theming level, wonderful. On the back side, you'll find some waterfalls and then a very large aquarium. So they do have like glass elevators, even though these elevators go like 2 floors. You can see like a grotto area and another waterfall from the elevator, and some pigs and a tree. I love that in the middle of the giant pyramid here, in the middle of the store, it's another store. That's the general store where it's time for fudge. But just like this must have been insanely expensive to build.
Oh yeah.
The hotel room would be that'd be a very unique hotel room to stay in.
It would.
I looked at it, I think they're like 150 or 200 bucks a night, so they're pricey but not insane.
No, not for a city.
Yeah. And not for that kind of wacky
Correct.
theming experience, yeah. I am also a big fan of this rotating neon sign for the waterfowl section of the store. Now, there is just a whole bunch of normal Bass Pro Shop stuff here, in addition to all kind of the goofier, more attraction-based stuff. It also appears they have some sort of duck hunting museum. Interesting. One bummer during our visit, unfortunately, the lookout, which is all the way at the top of the pyramid, is closed based on the ongoing public health situation. There's like an observation deck up there, and there's also, they serve lunch and dinner. So that would have been neat. That's the end of our Bass Pro Shops adventure here at the pyramid. Quite the unique place. And they've got real ducks. We thought they were fake, and then they started moving. Memphis is home to the famous Peabody Hotel, where they have ducks in the lobby. They hang out in their fountain. I think it's what, like 9 to 4:30 or so?
Yeah, and 5 o'clock is when they march back. 5
o'clock, the ducks, they put out a red carpet and the ducks march back. But if you want to just come see the ducks, also, holy cow, is it beautiful in here. This is a beautiful, beautiful hotel with a wonderful slippery when wet sign because they have ducks in the lobby. Just to update my times on the ducks, they do march at 11:05. Now, you know there was no way we were going to stop in Memphis without visiting Beale Street, one of the most famous drinking and bar streets in the entire country. Of course, with the ongoing global health crisis, we're not going to stop here for an evening of drinking, but might stop in for a pint. As a massive fan of pro wrestling and the WWE, no way I was not going to stop in at Jerry the King Lawler's Hall of Fame Bar and Grill. Quick shot of the inside of that, pretty neat in here. Beers, I guess, come in these souvenir cups, which are also kind of neat. And all sorts of just memorabilia, pictures, title belts, crown, of course. It's a big dork. I'm actually loving this thing. So we're now at Silky old Sullivan's Irish pub. Molly's drinking a local Irish beer. I think it's made for the establishment. I'm going with a Bourbon Street Classic, the Hurricane. The place is pretty neat. Also, you can get a souvenir drink in a 1-gallon bucket. Obviously, we got to drive later, so we are not doing that. But the place is pretty neat. I imagine during the regular time they have like dueling pianos and stuff. So one thing that makes Gator Sullivan's really unique, they've got goats. There is a goat exhibit in the courtyard. They got a giant courtyard out here. And then they've got goats. Well, in Memphis, we had to get some barbecue. We stopped here at Central Barbecue. I got a half rack of ribs, along with some house-made potato chips and pork rinds. Molly, what'd you get today?
I got pork, mac and cheese, and onion rings.
Looks good.
It smells good.
There was a incredible pizza company on the way, so I had to pop in and get the credit. The place is actually really nice. Happy day 11, everyone. We're here in Nashville at the Loveless Cafe, known for biscuits and ham. Molly, you got a biscuit sampler.
Yes, so I have bacon, chicken, ham,
and pulled pork barbecue, and then a hash brown casserole. The biscuits are amazing.
Yeah.
They make their own preserves and stuff like that. Then I got country ham, eggs, hash browns, sausage gravy. Gonna be full after this one. So I am not hungry at all after that biscuit meal, but much to my surprise, we're on the way to a brewery, and there's White Castle in Nashville. I looked it up. Apparently it's like the farthest south they go on the East Coast is Nashville. so I had to stop for a slider. We stopped for some beer in Nashville here at Tailgate Brewing. Got a flight. Interesting stuff too, like I got a cherry claude, peanut butter milk stout, and then Molly got a spice mulled cider. And I love the artwork. Wayne's World, whatever that is. Mr. Freeze from Batman and Robin. Dinosaurs. Avengers and Independence Day. Fabulous. My friends, this is a winner on the Roadside America stuff. It's a probably 15-foot tall pink elephant wearing sunglasses. So a little bit of nostalgia for me here. We made it to Knoxville, Georgia, where they have a Goonie Golf. And when I was growing up on Long Island, every summer my family and I would go to Lake George, New York, and they would have a great course called Goonie Golf. And I didn't know it was a chain, so this is very much nostalgia for me. They have a lot of very similar holes here. Not in the best of shape here in Knoxville, but still a nice trip down memory lane. So we're now at the Moonshine Mountain Cookie Company. Hyde says these are like the best cookies in the world. They look pretty fantastic. That's the one I'm excited about. Apple pie moonshine cookie. Molly, do you have one you're really pumped for?
No, that one looks really good. The apple pie.
Very cool. Well, just like Bart, Milhouse, Nelson, and Martin, Molly, our adventure has taken us to the fabulous Wig Sphere here in Knoxville, Tennessee. Unfortunately, it's pretty hideous as there's no water in the
It
lake.
might even be worse than the game.
And the observation tower is closed, so you can't go up and see all 16,000 wigs. But still, we've seen it. So the Wig Sphere isn't the only remnant of the 82 World's Fair. Here in the lobby of the Holiday Inn, there's the world's largest Rubik's Cube. It's supposed to rotate and move, but apparently it breaks all the time. Still neat to randomly have in your lobby.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, my friends, it's day 12 of the road trip. We ended up back in one of our favorite vacation destinations, Gatlinburg, Tennessee, Pigeon Forge, moonshine, tourist attractions, mountains, and fun. So next couple days we'll be coming at you from over here. There is a downstairs viewing area as well, so you can get up close to the bears, and you can see him. He must have got a good smell. They do have quite the snack bar here at the Apple Barn. Of course, apple pie, pecan pie, apple cranberry pie. Oh, fried apple pie look fantastic. That is good. And what else is down there? Apple dumplings. How did I miss the apple dumplings? There they are. You could also get your all sorts of souvenir cups for the Apple Barn for your apple cider. Since it came highly recommended, we are eating at the restaurant here at the Apple Barn, and every meal comes with free apple fritters and a free serving of the apple wood julep. Mm-hmm. All right, and lunch is served. Molly got the fried chicken, mashed potatoes, and applesauce, which makes sense for being here at the Apple Barn. I went with some meatloaf, mashed potatoes as well, mac and cheese, and before your meal is you get a soup. And I got a broccoli cheddar, which was really, really tasty. Mm-hmm. So one very interesting thing about the Apple Barn here, they've got a bird enclosure in the restaurant. It's a big, like you'd see in a zoo. Adorable little birds. Time now for a stop at a Pigeon Forge institution, the Apple Barn, which is an incredible complex, like 2 different restaurants, an ice cream parlor, a candy shop, a hard cidery, a winery, and multiple gift shops. It's really quite the place. Alrighty, so it's day 14 of the road trip. We're here at Crockett's Breakfast Camp or something like that here in Gatlinburg. Giant foods. These pancakes are like an inch thick.
Same with these, the thickness
Breakfast quesadilla there.
Yeah.
Biscuits and gravy for Molly, and
Of
I got
course.
some pecan smoked bacon.